Hi everyone, this is Ali again. So I just wanted to do a quick update for today, March 16th, 2020, Monday, from my video that I did yesterday. So so we can see how we can protect ourselves from these sharp sell-offs and when should we consider to start buying again. So I've been talking about this 12-year trend line, which I think is pretty important. And then you can see this 200-week moving average, which is sort of like neck to neck going with this trend line. And every time the market pulls back to this trend line or the moving average, it sort of bounces back from it. And this is the past 2.5 years. You can see that how remarkable this sell-off's been. And then we closed last week on Friday, the 13th, March 13th, um, and we had that remarkable half an hour late afternoon recovery. However, we closed below the previous week's lows. And on a weekly chart, just makes it easier to look at it. This was that first week sell-off. Here's the 50-week moving average, how we closed below it. And then the following week, the whole week, the market just struggled to get above it. And then the following week, this support became resistance, and the market never was able to recover. And then this is this week, where we just rolled over and started off below the 12-year trend line. So this is pretty important, in my opinion. This is pretty important that this is a continuation of that sell-off. However, I would like to point over here that 3,400 high on S&P 500. Right now, we closed today at 2,400. So that's a 1,000-point drop on S&P 500, which is close to 30% drop from its recent highs in 3 to 4 weeks, in almost a month now. Now, this was the chart that I shared in my video yesterday. This is where we closed on Friday. I was expecting that the things that we can expect, right? I have no expectation because I let the price determine which direction we're going to go to. So so the scenarios where we could bounce back from this, we could continue this rally, hit this 10-day moving average, roll over, or we could just roll over right here and continue low, going down further. But what am I looking at for this trend reversal and for us to get ready to start buying again? I want this rally to continue. I want the market to break the 10-day moving average and then continue going higher. But now, every time it's going to continue going higher, it's going to face all these resistance points to break, and it's not going to be as fast as we went down. Um, so then over the weekend, right after I posted the video, we got that notice from the Fed, the announcement that the rates are going to go down to zero. And in my opinion, Fed before spooked the market with a 50 basis point cut, and then over the weekend to come out and just cut like that, I think the market got pretty shook up. That what does the Fed know that the market doesn't know, and then we got the sharp sell-off. So this is what we got today. This red line is that 12-year trend line. So we closed way below, which is this line over here, close to like 2386, is the 2018 low. So we closed here. We clearly broke the 12-year trend, which I think, and we're probably below the 200-week moving average. So both those things to me are very critical. We didn't see this continuation. We saw the market roll over. We are below that trend line, and we're below the 200-week moving average. And this brings us to what to expect tomorrow. And tomorrow, maybe everyone just threw in the towel, whoever wanted to get out, until we see that, and we see the new buyers and the institutions come back into the market. We are not going to see the market go higher. So I don't know if this is the bottom. I doubt it, because the way we ended our day today. If we continue lower, then it's anybody's guess how low we're going to go from this point on. This is the day chart. This is how we opened right here. Circuit breaker, waited 15 minutes. We headed even lower. Then first few couple of hours, the market made such a remarkable recovery from 2400 to 2560, which is 160, 2540, which is like 145 recovery. But then it tested that 12-year resistance and it rolled over right in the beginning of the day. It rolled over, and then this is a 60-minute moving average, and we don't like things when they're below average. So this moving average then turned into a resistance point every time market came up over here. This is a 1-minute chart. The market tried to break through and go higher, but it failed until late afternoon. But then that failed too, and then right at right like before the close of the day, like the last 30 minutes or something, we saw this remarkable drop in the market, and we closed at the lows of the day, the lowest point of the day, and then that is the 2018 low. So now we are close to 30% off from the most recent highs. I don't know if this is the bottom. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. So if you guys are leveraged, uh, be very careful. It could get ugly, but let the market determine. Let the market bounce back, go over those moving averages to then start buying. Until then, preserve your capital and be safe out there. Good luck.